back to Bernat.com. Today we're going to be learning the slip stitch. It's a really basic, really useful stitch to learn. It's used in many places when you're learning to crochet. So let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to be working on the slip stitch, and I have just a basic swatch of single crochets here that I'm going to show you the slip stitch on, and I have a 5mm crochet hook, and I'm using Bernat Super Value as my yarn. So to make the slip stitch, we want to work our hook into the next stitch, so you can kind of see I have my 2 bars across the top, and I've just worked into the stitch. And I'm going to pull up a loop. So to pull up a loop, I need to wrap my yarn around my hook, and I'm actually physically going to pull up a loop. Now, if you were working a single crochet, you would wrap your yarn around and pull through both. But the difference between this stitch and a single crochet is you don't do any more yarn over hooks, and you just pull all the way through. So I'm going to show that to you again so you can kind of see it in one movement. So I'm going to put my hook through my stitch, so I have my 2 bars there. I'm just going to turn that so you can see it, and I'm going to wrap my yarn around my hook and pull up a loop, and actually just pull that loop all the way through, and that makes kind of a very low stitch. And you can kind of see, if I move my hook over here, that these were my single crochets that I had done across my row, and I'm actually going to take my hook out of here. And you can kind of see that how the stitch looks like it goes down now. And that's because our slip stitch is much shorter or lower than our single crochet. So let's do another slip stitch. And often these slip stitches are done, to sort of end a row or to travel across without much height. And your pattern will show you different ways to use it. But the slip stitch is the same no matter where you're putting it. So I'm going to go into my stitch, I'm going to pull up a loop. So we've wrapped our yarn around our hook. So wrap our yarn around a hook and pull up a loop, and I'm actually just going to pull that loop all the way through in one sort of movement, and that's our slip stitch. So one more time, put my hook into my stitch. I've got my working loop that's on my hook. I'm going to wrap my yarn around my hook and pull up a loop, and then pull that loop through that working loop, and that's your slip stitch. So that's all there is to it, and thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again at Bernat.com.